Hi people, I have in the back of my ute a Z18XE engine. These are fitted to the ASTRAs from about 2000 to 2005. I was just due to take this engine to the dump, so I thought I'd just break it down a little bit. I was going to pull the head off. I've already pulled the transmission off. You'll be able to find that in another video. It was also really just a test of my head mounted GoPro camera. Just wanted to see how that would work. Probably haven't lined it up as well as I would have liked. It needed to be pointing down a little bit more because you're missing some of the action. The heads on these come off pretty quickly, particularly when it's out of the car. There's not much there to do. I have sped this up slightly. It's running at 1.8 speed, but I do work pretty quick with it. And particularly when I'm not too concerned about reusing the parts and just pulling it down, I just get it apart as quickly as I can. This black cover on the front here has a couple of screws that need to come off. I don't take the entire black cover off there, I just bend it down and able to pull the head off. There's a pulley in there as well that needs to come off because it's actually bolted to the head and not to the block, so it will prevent the head from being lifted off. I don't usually work from the back of my ute, but seeing I use the engine crane to lift it there, that's just where I was working. This Y hose at the back is quite a pain. It's really difficult to replace whilst it's in the car. It's even a little bit awkward to pull it off while I've got it out of the car. To replace one of these when it's in the car, you really want to allow yourself a couple of hours and have plenty of patience. Once it's out of the car, it's even still a little bit more awkward. You definitely want a pair of pliers that can grab those clips, and I would suggest if you was ever replacing them to use a normal sort of screw-on clamp, just so the next person can actually do it a little bit easier. Just about to undo these head bolts here. I didn't look up the tightening or loosening sequence. I just did a typical spiral pattern, which I think is pretty close to what the Astras want anyway, just starting from the middle and spiraling out. I just sort of backed them all off a little bit and then pulled it out. Probably just did it more from a habit perspective. I guess, you know, I'm not going to be reusing the head or anything like that, but it's just good habit to pull them off in order. These are, of course, one-use bolts only, so these bolts will be thrown away. I've heard stories of people trying to use them a second time. I don't know, I usually just always buy new bolts whenever I replace the head, so they're pretty cheap. They're only a couple of dollars a bolt, so it's not worth mucking around. This particular engine had overheated. It had lost all its water, and then somebody continued to drive it until it stopped. It was quite seized up. We did manage to get it to turn over, but certainly not worth spending much time to get it running again. I'm just loosening off the bolts now with the impact wrench. Just speeds things up a whole lot. Here's me trying to pull it off with the bolts in, getting a bit lazy, so we'll pull the bolts right out and that head should come away. Again, any questions, make sure you put them down below. Remember to subscribe to my channel, and you'll see plenty more videos coming along. Thanks for watching today, and well, there we are. We have the head off, and you can see the pistons and the block in there. It's looking like it got pretty hot before it stopped. There's the old head gasket there. Again, another throwaway. Again, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel and post a comment below. Thanks guys.